Hello, everybody. First things first, before we get everything going, Arturo. So I'm showing my age. I'm showing off my age for in a bit right now and all that stuff, and everything like that. So I
Mhm.
keep up with a lot of lingo and everything like that, and
Yeah.
how stuff like how what people say nowadays and all that stuff, and it gets in my own word repertoire and it sounds fine because even though how old I am and everything, my giving my age, but there's just one that's kind of confusing me because I don't get the meaning for why. And that's Riz. Rizz. Have you heard of this word yet?
Dude, why did I just send the message to somebody about this like a couple weeks ago?
And also, like, it's caught. I've it's finally come to my it's finally come to me, this word and all that stuff. And I'm again, when people do this, the slang style kind of words and all that stuff like that, I pick up on it easily and all that stuff. There are some words that
Yeah.
I may need to catch on. I do need to catch on, something like that. But this one was like, wait, what?
So imagine so we're all used to the word game, right? Like, oh, this guy has no game, right?
Seriously? That's what Riz relates to?
That's what Riz is. That's why people be like, oh, he's the Rizzlator and everything because he just has so much game and everything.
That's what.
So
Oh, I mean, I should have caught that on
that's
with this with the was it the TikTok? Was it a TikTok you sent me or was it real in the group chat?
I've been sending you a lot of Riz stuff.
I don't pay attention because that's why I don't pay attention to it as much and all that stuff. That it's just that because that one just popped because I think it was the one you sent recently was and all that stuff and it was just like Riz what
Riz.
what come on. Anyways, hello.
Yeah.
This is the No Name Podcast. By the way, I am your host this week. This time around, Ricky, along with the co-host of the most, Arturo, and everything for that stuff.
Hello.
A few things before we go ahead. Of course, Manny's not with us again this week. Um, he has things are happening and all that stuff, but we'll see where that leads to of based or where we going into next year. This is the last podcast episode of the year. We didn't do a just give a heads up on also some other stuff we have. We did not do a sports show this month. We will hopefully get that back into January and all and everything. But again, this is the No Name Podcast. We can catch us our bi-weekly podcast happening on Wednesdays here on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, many other podcast services, and all that stuff. And then where we just shoot the bed with stuff that we talk about that we like and enjoy, and all that stuff. And Duro, how's it been? I know you've been.
Um.
I know you've been in the kitchen a lot recently.
Yeah, so I'm Hispanic and we love
Wait,
Christmas.
wait, you're Hispanic?
Yeah, people think I'm like Middle Eastern or something for some odd
No.
reason. Um, what's it called? But yeah, so we all know that Christmas is the season for rapping and not just rapping like, gifts and everything or spitting, but also like rapping tamales, dude. And let me tell you, I made like about 500 tamales, and then my mom like texted me yesterday saying, "Hey Arturo, are you available like Thursday to make more tamales?" And I'm like, "What is going on here?"
Oh no 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 no.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's been wild.
I bet. I bet. I bet. Also, few other things on the if you don't know, we just recently did a reacts episode, on on the YouTube channel. We are where I react to the new recently Spider-Man Across is it Across yeah Across the Spider Verse
Yeah.
trailer officially available. It's which is officially out. It's officially here tonight. It is emotional and exciting at the same time. That's all I gotta say. Awesome. We'll talk about it a little bit more later on in the podcast as it is one of our topics of trailer talk, and everything. But let's jump right into everything. This past week, uh, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 released its mid-season update, or I guess you can call it mid-season update, even though the new season's not till and all that stuff. Reloaded for both Modern
Mhm.
Warfare 2 and Warzone 2. Now, few tidbits is we got brand new map shipment. If you haven't already, check. If you haven't already, I did release a YouTube video on my own channel with the small 2 minute highlights of me playing in shipment. And oh boy, there's a lot. It's chaotic as always.
it's wild, you know. But I say that this has been like one of the best shipment maps in a long while,
Well, the one
just
thing.
because.
Mm,
Okay, yeah. Well, just because of spawns, I feel like obviously spawns is very hard to do on a small map, but like at least with this map, at least we have crates to break the line of sight for spawns.
mhm.
So with that, I feel like it makes it a lot easier, and then there's not that vertical aspect to this shipment compared to like Modern Warfare 2019, where you could just climb and everything, and that just made a whole mess for a lot of people sometimes. But yeah, I've been really liking this shipment.
Mm, yeah. So the one of the interesting things about this shipment map in particularly, there's nothing to climb on as much and everything like that. So it was like if you remember from Modern Warfare 2019, the version of that shipment, you were able to get onto the containers and all that stuff. You cannot on this one. For that one in particular because there's more containers stacking on top of each other and they're not as open. There are some cracks where you can sneak in between containers now too. So be careful when you're getting shot at. Though that's not
You're
good.
like, where did I get shot from?
Well, it's not good advice because you're always going to get shot at and shit. But
it,
still, so
it's it's shipment.
it's shipment.
Everything's always gonna happen.
Shipment. Brand new. We got a brand new gun, the Chimera AR. Get it. You can either get it by buying a blueprint bundle on the store. Um,
AR kills.
two AR kills in 15 different matches, and then think there was a third one. I don't remember.
Building 21.
And oh yeah, picking it up in Building 21, which is also which is also a new thing in the DMZ side of Warzone 2.0. Though at launch it didn't officially release. As of today, as we're recording this, you are now able to access Building 21, which is actually a brand new area. Now it's not something within the map itself, within the main Warzone map. So it's something within itself. And so far, from what I'm seeing, just based off streams, looks pretty interesting. So, as you for that to access that, you have to find an access card in an Al Mazrah while playing DMZ. Make sure you extract it so that way you can use that card to get in. So that way you can play the new. I don't know if I want to call it a map, really, and all that stuff.
Just a new section.
A new area and all that stuff. I guess you could
Yeah,
say.
yeah.
And all that stuff. Not only that, the big thing I think it is, particularly in this new content update, is that Call of Duty has officially released its very first ever raid for
So
this,
Call of Duty's becoming Destiny now. And
or just like MMO aspects, features, and all that stuff,
oh yeah.
and everything. And it is a 3-player raid based off the details of what's happening. Again, 3-player raid. You have to have a full party of 3 to do the raid. You cannot matchmake or go into this solo or duo, unfortunately. For this, the way to obtain the raid, you have to either you hit top 20 in battle royale for Warzone, extract in DMZ with a total of 30 grand, or you will have one of your daily challenges in either multiplayer or Spec Ops will have you to be able to earn the raid assignment. Me and Arthur have already got our raid assignments based off challenges, but we don't have a third yet, so we haven't been able to play it.
You know, I think my coworker might be interested, so I
We
could
may have
probably
a
get
third.
him.
We may have a third and all that stuff. So though we haven't played it yet, we are the plan is to play it. Sucks that we haven't got to play it because I really want to play it. But a couple things need to get done before we can do this. One, make sure our third is in. Two, our third has to play the campaign because it is story based
I mean, I don't need to, but let.
and all that stuff. Or I mean, just get on YouTube if you don't want to deal with it.
True. But
You know,
but I guess I could, play.
get the achievements out the way for them.
Exactly.
And all that stuff. But yeah, so those are the main requirements. Those are the things about the raids. So far, from what I hear, they're pretty interesting stuff. I don't know more. I don't know much about it. And then also, it's like at the end of it, there are some pretty nice rewards. You do unlock a new operator, Gaz, if you don't buy him from the store. like me, which I did because I like gas in the first place. So I was willing to do it. I was willing to spend the money. I was willing to spend it because I do like gas and all that stuff. There is a particular skin for gas that you can only unlock in the raid, especially if you buy the bundle a bundle. It comes with a secondary skin, but you can only get it if you beat the raid. So there's that. And then there's two different versions. There's a normal one and there's like a veteran. And apparently the veteran is more bigger, more tougher. And all that stuff.
Interesting.
A few other things to look out. They said that they did a buff to the AI in strongholds in both DMZ and Battle Royale. And then there were some weapon changes also, but I don't remember the big one. There was nothing big, I think, in my opinion, from what I see.
Yeah, it's just weapon balancing and everything, and then they
Yeah.
also they fixed tuning. Um, they just helped some of the pros and cons.
Yeah, and all that stuff. So, and as of right now, and as of now, as of they recorded, they did do some changes, such as they have dropped the pricing for primary weapons from 5,000 to 2,500, which is a big get. And then where is this thing? There was something else that I saw on that thing that I want to see. I don't remember what it was though. I be nope. Okay, never mind that. And all that stuff. Yeah, we still haven't done a nuke yet to let everyone know about that. It's gonna be tough, but
Yeah,
it's,
we still haven't done a nuke yet. I'm like, we're trying to do a nuke. No, just kidding.
I'm down to try it as a duo.
Oh
And
gosh.
also, well, tidbit though about the nuke. There's already accomplishment. Someone has accomplished getting a nuke without getting kills
I believe it.
and all that stuff. So and all that stuff. But they did it as a duo. So far, I haven't heard anyone do it as a solo yet. So we'll see. We'll see where it goes and all that stuff. But other than that, that's a quick rundown on Call of Duty. And everything. Hopefully, we'll have some stuff popping pretty soon, content wise. What?
So I know it's Call of Duty and everything. We're just finished wrapping it up. Before we move on to the next topic, can we move on to like a different game real quick?
Sure.
So we all know Mr. Beast, right?
Where are you going? I think I know the game you're referring to on this.
Yes. I think.
So, what are we talking about referring to about Mr. Beast? Is this about his skin or the challenge that
Oh,
he had?
it's just the fact that Mr. Beast is in Fortnite. I'm just like, what is this? Like, actually, I'm actually looking at the.
I mean,
Um,
it was teased in the season chapter 4 season 1 trailer, and all that stuff. So it was just a matter of time when we got it just recently, along with to continue on to add on to it the Hero Academia skins
you know,
with those also.
so we're gonna have Deku go into his shoot style. Literally, he's gonna be like, man, this full cal 5% isn't enough. Got to pull out the glove.
Oh my god!
Oh, the amount of like TikToks I've seen, it's just been like
I love it.
terrible, and I'm like all for it. I think you've seen some of the ones I've
Mm,
sent you.
I love them. The Mr. Beast one is an interesting one only for the fact that it's two sets of different skins instead of
You know,
combining it into one, which is the weirdest
my
thing I thought.
my whole thing is I'm like, Mr. Beast should have been free, on par to his brand, or there should have been a challenge to unlock him.
Well, I mean, they did do like
A tournament.
a
Yeah.
creative turn for uncreative where you could get $1,000,000 and
Oh
stuff.
yeah.
So that was interesting to see. I thought it was on a Saturday, but it happened on a Friday, I think. So I was like, oh,
Mm,
I missed out on that. Oh well.
a
Uh,
lot of stuff was happening this weekend.
so much, so much,
So much.
so much. We had that Major One, Call of Duty League Major One tournament playoffs began this weekend too. Um, we had the Scuff World Tour to help promote for the recent cancellation of the Smash World Tour, which was fun to watch this past Sunday. Um, some other, and then of course our own stuff, but that's not here or there. Um, and all that stuff. But yeah, so a lot happened this past weekend. Um, on
Oh,
to on to some trailer talk slash new stuff that's coming out. So, uh, those who don't know, Arthur is a avid anime connoisseur. I guess you could say he's the one. He's the one that knows. He's the one that we go to for anime, pretty much. I watch anime, but I don't.
if you need
I'm behind.
recommendations, come to
I'm
me.
behind. I'm still behind on a lot of things and all that stuff. But there was a anime convention that happened in Japan this past weekend that I remember that I know of and all that stuff because one, what was the big announcement that was there outside of the one we're about to talk about? Oh, it was the Naruto thing. It was the Naruto thing. That was the one that maybe caused a apparent Baruto's doing a brand new arc that's from the manga. Deals with Sasuke and Sakura going undercover to do something. I don't know what it was as much. I don't remember much of it. I forget what the arc was called. Um,
No,
but that's
no one
happening. That
cares.
happens in that's
No,
happening in 2023. I'm sorry. This
like,
I'm not gonna lie. The story kind of interests me a bit because it didn't relate to any of the kids and all that stuff.
yeah.
And
I mean, like, nothing against Boruto. It's just that, no, Naruto ended on a nice note, and then kind of like threw everything away a little bit.
true. I mean,
Because
I
let's
guess
be
so.
honest, Naruto is never about ninjas. Because how
Oh yeah,
often do you see taijutsu?
true. But that's not here or there. The one announcement that we're going to talk about is Jujutsu Kaisen. This is an anime that I watched for the first time this year. Um, and
And
we did see the
seen
movie. We did recently see the movie. Well, that's the reason why I ended up watching it because I didn't want to see the movie, um, and everything. And it is one of my favorite animes. Now, if I'm understanding this correctly, Jujutsu Kaisen has been out for a while now before that movie, right?
oh yeah,
Okay, that's what kind of like tipped me off a bit because season two is happening in 2023. Um,
mm,
and I saw this trailer already and everything like that. I seen this trailer this past weekend because the only reason why I bring that up about why this show's been out for a while now because I think if I based off the trailer, it said 1996. If I remember correctly.
so you know how like the the movie was like a prequel, right?
Yeah, the movie's a prequel. I know that.
So the trailer for season two, that's like a prequel to the movie, basically.
Okay.
So it just goes deeper into like Gojo and everything, and like his character. Like
Oh, just
I've
on
read
those two. Okay.
it, yeah, because like and also like our main protagonist and everything, and an antagonist.
Mm-hmm.
But let me tell you, like I've read this arc like way back when it came out, and
Mm-hmm.
to see some of these scenes that are gonna get animated, it's gonna be crazy. And all I'm gonna say is that Mappa has been dealing with like a lot of bloody stuff recently, and it's it's gonna be gruesome, man.
Ooh.
That's all I gotta say. It's gonna be
Ooh.
gruesome. You're gonna look at this, and you're gonna be like,
Excuse me.
it's gonna go hard, Ricky. Let me just tell you that.
Mm. I'm all I gotta say is I'm excited. So not only that, but also like this was already announced beforehand. Um, Demon Slayer begins next year also with its new arc. The thing is, they are doing a special, like limited theater release where you can watch the last two episodes of the last season and then the first episode of the new season. I think it's in select theaters particularly, or I think they're gonna do it world, and I think they're gonna do it worldwide later after that. So to get everybody ready for the new season, for the new arc. We already talked about Boruto. Jujutsu Kaisen's coming out next. Is starting. Is season two is finally a thing. It's official as for next year. No date. I didn't see a set date, but we'll we'll know. We'll know. We'll know.
Well, no.
Well, no. But yeah. So that is the anime stuff. That's pretty much what I know. What I remember so far in anime. I don't think there's anything else that I remember. And all this stuff.
If you haven't seen Chainsaw Man yet, check it out.
I still need to watch
Pretty
that.
good series.
I still need to watch
I
that.
I enjoy it. Manga go hard as well.
Anyway, on to our other.
Stone Ocean last batch released, finished, beautiful. No, just kidding. All right, we
Uh,
should change the topic before this becomes an anime talk. No, just kidding.
into our other trailer that came out recently. It is the Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Yes, the sequel to Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. We
Finally,
get our second trailer. This is actually our second trailer.
that is true.
This is our second trailer that's been out since, because first trailer was, because the movie was supposed to come out this year, if I remember correctly. There was a trailer for that, but then it got delayed. We haven't seen anything since then. But we got a trailer now, and again, we did a No Name Reacts video for this one, where I react to it, and everything. And as I said, this is emotional yet exciting at the same time, because oh boy, and all that stuff. It is like, I don't want to. I guess you could say a slow burn in a good way. I don't know. I think slow. I don't know how slow burns normally go nowadays. And everything, but it's towards the end. There are a couple questions already. So, one is, which Spider-Man? Does anyone know which Spider-Mans or what based off that trailer? Two, is Spider-Man 2099 the villain in this, and also based off how the trailer ends, and everything, and how he acts, and all that stuff. So those are the main two, like, so far, my big two things about it. Because it's there's stuff in there, but if you look at it from what's the story gonna be, it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell, in my opinion, and all that stuff. So I'm excited. Again, this is June 2nd,
You
2023.
my prediction is going to be the introduction into the spider totems, and not just kidding.
Oh dear
That'll be interesting.
Oh my gosh, that's gonna be June 2nd, 2023 is when the movie comes out. For this, there's also a third one coming out the following year, which is called Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse, and that is gonna be interesting to see, because once to see where that goes, where this second movie takes us into this next one,
Oh yeah.
and everything. And then, though it wasn't in the doc, this is something I did want to bring up. Do you know there's a they did the Barbie trailer for that movie? I watched it, and oh boy, that is a teaser. And a very interesting one, how it starts. Um and everything. All I gotta say is, if you've never seen well, I mean, I haven't seen this movie myself, but I know how it works, how what the trailer, but also, if you've not seen 2001 Space Odyssey, yeah, you won't get the reference on that. But it's a good reference, and all that stuff, because I understood it, and all that stuff, because of how it begins, where the small clips that they provide in that movie is going to be interesting. Yeah, and all that stuff. That's all I got to say about that. For that and everything. All right, on to, I guess you could say, a semi big topic. Of course, for those who don't know, DC has gone through a lot of stuff in the last couple weeks. Everything
I think it needed it though.
depends on depends on that person, though. If you're a fan of DC, in all honesty, I kid you not, the stuff that I've been seeing on Twitter and TikTok, it is just like, is this a good thing or a bad thing? Why are we people complaining? Why are people not complaining? It's just, uh, I mean, to give it a small rundown quickly, for those who don't know, there are now, James Gunn, director of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, is now co-CEO of DC Studio. Was now called DC Studios, along with Peter something. I think that was his name. I forget. Um, on that, and pretty much they're running the show now for DC, especially when it comes to movies and all that stuff, in particularly. Um,
Good.
so yeah, you would think, oh, good, and all that stuff. Lately there's been some stuff about what's going on, uh, with what they're planning, with what to do. There's also there's been some stuff about. Let me get to see if I can get the tweet up and everything.
Mhm.
Give me 1 second while I get the tweet.
Oh, I think I have it. Oh no, I deleted it.
So okay, so Peter and I have a DC slate ready to go, which couldn't be more over the moon about. We will be able to share some exciting information in our first about our first projects at the beginning of the new year. Stuff. One of those things he did mention, it is a thread on Twitter. One of those things he meant, what he said, the one right after that was said among those is on the slate is Superman. In the initial stages, our story will be focusing on an earlier part of Superman's life, so the character will not be played by Henry Cavill. He continues on saying, "But we just had a great meeting with Henry, and we are we're big fans, and we talked about a number of exciting possibilities to work together in the future." Stuff. He says that he is actually writing Superman, not directing it. They are going to look for a director, but he is writing something out for that. He also brings up about he says that Superman is not going to be an origin movie, and that he's actually been talking to Ben Affleck about him getting to direct a possible DC movie and all that stuff.
Mm.
Because and the tidbit about that is that he was originally supposed to direct a Batman movie, and all that stuff, but then that fell through, and that gave us the recent Batman that just came out earlier this year in 2022, and all that stuff. Which again, great Batman movie, and all that stuff. But other than that, there's been some other things that's been happening that I forgot to put in down. One, as I mentioned, Cavill is no longer Superman. He went on to Instagram to post about this. I put the wrong. Oh no, here it is. Cool,
Sorry, Link.
and all that stuff. I have had a meeting with James and Peter, and it's sad news, everyone. I will, after all, not be returning as Superman. And then he goes on talking about his return appearance in October in the Black Adam post credit scene and all stuff that people already know about by now, even if you haven't seen the movie, i.e., me, and uh, and all that stuff. And so I'm not. It's everyone's upset, everyone's shocked, and all that stuff. Everyone's being like, "Why just not? He just be the Superman in this new DC universe and all that stuff." A lot of people are like up in an uproar and everything like that. I'm just like, what is going on? What is going on? Another thing also is just apparently there's now a beef between Warner Brothers and The Rock on how Black Adam was being promoted and everything like that, and it's just like, oh dear,
It's a lot of
it's a
stuff.
lot of stuff. And also, just recently I saw a post about apparently they had a Wonder Woman and a Superman cameo in the Flash, which is now got cut, and everything, and I'm just like, I've literally given up on everything else that's currently coming out for DC and just waiting to see what James Gunn brings us now. I'm just gonna wait for that now. I don't. I think I'm not. I kid you not, Arturo. I popped up HBO Max. First thing that shows up is Black Adam. I'm like, nah,
I saw that too.
nah, nah, not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. And everything. And so it's like it's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna do that. Probably not gonna watch Shazam. Probably not gonna. Most likely, probably not gonna watch Flash. Aquaman 2. I might do that one and all that stuff. But everything else is like that. Oh, another thing. Apparently, they're no longer do the third movie for Wonder Woman and all that stuff too. And I'm just like, I think for me, it was just been more seeing this. It's been more like this is not surprising and all that stuff. But at the same time, it's just like it's like I think people are. I'm just more shocked of like people's reactions to it and
Yeah,
everything. And but at the same time, it's like okay, new people running the show. They've already said James Gunn has already went out say he's working on something new on our new universe and everything like that. Of course, there's probably gonna be some casualties coming out of this and everything like that. I.e., Wonder Woman probably are this version of Wonder Woman gone. Superman probably not gonna happen. Though he announced that he was coming back, and I was like, we'll wait and see what happens on that right there, and everything like that. Turns out not gonna happen. Not surprising, in my opinion. All for that stuff.
Naturally.
I think the one thing from what I've heard from this that I think is probably a good thing and interesting to see is the Batman, that movie, that universe that was building up, and particularly, I think they're gonna still keep that and just have that build, but it's not gonna be part of James Gunn's vision of that universe. So that you can think
Yeah.
of it, you can think of it as a separate parallel Earth and all that stuff and everything like that, and also, which is fine. I think that's fine. I mean, freaking Joker 2 is still gonna be a thing and all that stuff with its musical aspects and all that stuff too and everything and everything. So it's just a lot of stuff is
Yeah.
happening.
So,
A lot of stuff is
so it's
breaking.
the DCU rework that's happening right now.
It's pretty much the new 52 is going to happen right now and all that stuff. If you know your
About
comics,
time. I've been waiting for it. No, just kidding.
if you know your comics and all that stuff. Though nobody liked the new 52, but you get if you get to understand the reference to it at least and all that stuff. Apparently in the comics they're now making it all one whole thing now and all that stuff. I'm like, God damn, quit changing so many things about this damn movie and all that stuff about the comics now and all that stuff. Um, God dang. So what do you take out of this? Like, what are you? I mean, I know Marvel's more of our shtick and all that stuff,
Well,
and
for me, don't get me wrong. I love DC. I think DC is great
mm,
because of the kind of genre it is. Because DC is more of a fictional. It's more fiction, and that's what I really like about it because it just deals with so many different aspects. And but these are always, gods among men. That's what DC essentially is. And like you can look at it just through its characters, like Batman, for instance. Batman is basically a god among men because of like his intellect, his whatever, right? Compared to like Marvel is like men among men who strive to be more, right? So Marvel has more of like a humanistic side, and then which is more relatable. That's why those movies do so well compared to like DC, which is fiction, and that's why their DC animated universes work so well. And I'm glad that they are taking a different approach, and I just hope personally that they do it right because you know a little DC fanboy here. Like, let me just
as he's reaching for the stars to get the Flash. Oh, okay.
oh yeah, and I think this is nah, this is not the new 52, but this is good stuff right here. I mean, I also no, don't get me wrong.
This,
I'm also waiting for this.
oh, that actually got announced. That's coming 2023.
Yeah,
New
I
season.
know, but like, dude, this is the Copendinium number 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look how thick it is. I'm not gonna open it because yeah, that's major spoilers right there. Oh my gosh, dude, why are my books so heavy? Why do I have to have some big books, dude? But I'm excited for this rework in some, you know, in some sense and everything. And I just hope, like I said, I hope they do it right. And I think that's just everyone's caveat on it, right? It's just that let's hope this goes right for it.
But that's all you can hope for, and then the fact that it looks like they're gonna. I don't know for sure. We'll find out more. Like I said, early next year when they'll officially talk about it. But it seems like the focus. It looks like the focus is gonna be on Superman, which is interesting, because we haven't had a Superman movie since Man of Steel.
Man, I don't know.
And
I
everything.
mean, because like that wasn't necessarily a Superman focused movie. It's Superman, But like I think of it like a Superman focused movie from like, you know, back in the day. I don't know.
Superman, Man of Steel was a good movie. I think it was good. I believe it was a good movie. It's
It
just
was decent.
it
I
just
just hope we don't get another.
it just took a
Actually,
turn
I
later
just
on.
hope that we don't get another like Superman origin story because then I
Well,
don't. I don't.
well, he stated in that in those tweets, one of them it was it was a response to a question, whereas like is it an origin movie? He said no. So this is more younger. He said it's supposed to be a Superman in his younger years. So does that mean it's like him just moving into Metropolis and getting his feet wet and all that stuff and everything like that, having to like already understood his powers to a certain degree and see where it goes from there. Like this is where him and Lois meet for the first time or something like that, coming into the Daily Planet and all that kind of stuff, like those kind of things. Because like most of the time, it's like it's either most of the time he's already has it, he's good to go and all that stuff, and like most of his stuff is like clear, quite dry and into the stuff when he's Superman. Maybe just like, hey, the starting point is he's moved to Metropolis. He's he's fine. He gets his first job at the Daily Planet. He's also trying to learn out his skills to be, Superman and all that stuff. And all that stuff. Maybe and it's maybe something. It's not even something. It's not even probably gonna be like no big superhero. I mean villain such as like Metallica or someone like that. And all that stuff. Like
No.
maybe we'll probably get Lex at the end of the thing. He won't be like he'll overshadow everything in some way and all that stuff. And it's just something small and decent like to start off. Like don't jump off crazy and
They
big.
don't make it more complicated than it needs to be.
Don't make it like Zod and Man of Steel or Apocalypse, not Apocalypse, Doomsday in um, Batman versus Superman and all that stuff.
Agreed.
And all that stuff. Don't make it like don't jump it off with something like that already. Give it start small. Give it
Time to
time to
build
build.
up, you know.
Yeah, and also and who knows? Like we may get some introductions to other characters to expand this universe and everything in itself. So we'll see where it goes. Hopefully, it'll be some good things about this and all that stuff. It is a wait and see approach. I don't. I'm still. It's more the. I don't. I think it's just more the fact it's like the universe. We have a universe established technically in a way, but at the same time, it's just like we haven't had like possible movement. I mean, it's like and if you look at it right now, it's like the only thing. The last, I think, right now it's, I think it's Shazam that's first up first, but the last movie before that that's in this whole universe was Wonder Woman, and that was 2 years ago,
Mhm.
and all that, and everything,
It's
and
been a long time.
it's been a long time. If I'm no, oh wait, no, we had Suicide Squad, and then
Oh
Peacemaker,
yeah.
and all that stuff, but those always, I always thought those felt separate, and of course Black Adam too, but still, again, it's just
Oh.
they made those feel more separate than somewhat connected in some ways. They're all and then cameos just feel like shoe-ins in a way. Like the whole Superman and Black Adam thing. I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe they actually did this. This is so stupid. It really was. Just now thinking about it. Like I have like again, though I have not seen the movie, I know of the clip and seen it and all that stuff. Thank you, TikTok, for that. Um uh but seeing that wasn't exciting because it was just like this man has not been Superman for a very long time and all that stuff. And
He hasn't.
it's just like what was the purpose really? What was the natural purpose for actually to put him back in the suit and all that stuff and everything. It didn't promise anything and everything like that, unfortunately. Like did it rile up people's feathers and lives and all and excitement for this movie for potential
Yeah.
Superman? Yeah, but at the same time, it's just like everyone like you had to know something was going to happen soon because the new uh, the new people that running studios were already announced before, right? A little bit before Black Adam came out. So it's just like you gotta see where this goes and all that stuff like you shouldn't jump to conclusions already. It's for the fact that there was already a leadership change before Black Adam came out, before we saw the post credit scene, and it's like I was like, there's no way they were gonna like continue this universe to what it was and all that stuff. No way.
No way, indeed.
And I'm just like, okay, we'll see where this goes. Um, but other than that, all we can do now is just wait, see where it goes. What's the blueprint? What's the roadmap? And all I gotta say is if you don't somehow if you do another Batman Superman thing kind of thing and you don't at uh do that based off the world's finest crossover event and from the animated shows, I'll be pissed. No, I'm
I
kidding.
mean, I don't think you are kidding. No, just kidding.
No, I okay. As much as I enjoy my stuff, I am the least one that takes stuff seriously. But when it comes from when I try to adapt it from something else, I don't try to make those one-to-one comparisons because I know it's gonna be something different.
Oh
So
yeah,
so
people should learn.
you would think, you would think,
You know, my whole thing is that like if you're doing an adaptation though, like make it good at least.
yeah, and also, I mean, I mean that was one of the reasons why Henry Cavill left The Witcher and all that stuff. He didn't think the writers were committed to the source material and all that stuff. And it's like I was like, you can't blame him for saying that, but at the same time, I think it's more of the fact it's like, did those writers not really give a damn about the source material of The Witcher because I think they were more based off the books than they were the games.
Yeah,
So I don't know the lore particularly on the book wise and all that stuff. So and though Superman, he is not no longer be Superman, he is not coming back to play The Witcher. So that is another thing too. So sucks for people who wants him back. I don't care. I'm about to start season 2 finally. So I literally rewatched season 1 just recently, and I'm like, okay, I think I'll watch season 2 now. And all stuff. So all right, on to our next thing. So, uh, there's Arturo recently put this in the doc, and it is about Apex Legends.
what does
So
it say, Ricky?
Apex Go Burr, if I'm saying that right,
Yeah,
based off this.
Apex Go Bird.
So do you want to explain this?
um,
What do you mean?
yeah. So recently, Apex Legends Global Series League has been going on,
That is true.
right? And we all know I'm a big fan of Moist Critical, aka Charlie,
Yeah, King.
aka head of Moist Esports, right?
Mm.
They came out with a dub. Like this is history right here. They popped off, dude, at at, at the regionals.
Mm-hmm.
So, usually for Apex Legends World Series, the way it goes is they have a point-based system, right?
Yeah.
First to 55 points, wins the game, but they have to get 55 points and win a match.
Yeah.
And that's how they win. So, and sometimes the games last from like maybe 12 to maybe like 20 matches, right?
Yes, that is correct.
This this whole tournament ended within 5 matches.
Ooh.
So Moist Esports. So first 2 games, they're placing pretty highly. They got fifth and they got like second, right?
Yeah. Because
Last 3 games, back to back first place wins.
yeah, because it's like it's always I always see it always feels like for at least for regular season because I've mostly watched when they do playoffs and finals.
Yeah,
And also it always feels like the early games. I don't want to say don't matter, but it's just more of like as long as you place high and your your kill point you're doing good kills and all that stuff. I think too, you're all good. You're all set and all that stuff and all that stuff.
yeah,
And it's like towards the end is where you get it gets all exciting and all that stuff where it's gonna go. That's how I feel about Apex when it competitively when you watch it competitively. It's like the first couple
Yeah,
games probably don't matter as much depending on who you're rooting for, and then but it like say if like as long as their points go well, you're comfortable until like you need to when it's time to pop off and
yeah.
do your thing. But the fact that they
And
went
dude,
back to back, oh,
they popped off, dude. 3 games, back-to-back wins, and just like that, they won that tournament.
I mean, oh yeah.
you know, won that Southern region, and this is like the Southern Regional final that they won too. So,
Hmm. Wait, what regions they play in NA
um, let me look at that real quick.
for the region? Because I know there's different regions
Yeah.
for that stuff
So,
and all and everything. And and then
mm,
sometimes there's always certain depending on orgs, there's always a certain one of where they go, what they do, and all that stuff. And also, not all like there are orgs that are originally like based in the United States, but they'll have like teams from different esports from a different region and all that stuff.
yeah. I don't know
It's probably it has to be United.
because
'Cause I don't think.
yeah.
What was it?
Mm, um, Won APAC South Regional final.
Yeah, because APAC is Asia.
Mm-hmm.
Because for Apex it's APAC, which is Asia, EMEA, which is Europe and Middle East Africa, and then of course NA.
Yeah, so they are part of APAC.
Okay. Ooh, those are early games too. Early games, but
Mm-hmm.
like late night early games, early day games, yeah, stuff. Yeesh.
But yeah, that was just crazy to me because
I mean,
it's just the fact that 3 back-to-back and then secured the win like that. Like that's
but also APAC is a very competitive region too. In
that
Apex,
too, that too, and then not only that, but it's Moist Esports, my guys.
I swear.
Should I just get it? The shirt that just says
Just get it.
Moist.
Just get it. Just get it. Just buy
You
the
know,
merch.
you'll
Just
have
buy
your
the
LA
merch.
Thieves. I'll have my Moist,
Just
and
buy
then
your
once they
merch.
reach the Call of Duty leagues, I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah, I
yo,
don't know. I don't know if
Actually,
Charlie. I
no,
don't know. I don't know if
no,
Charlie's willing to spend that much money for a franchise spot
yeah,
and
no.
everything. So and everything. I don't think he's gonna want to spend that much money for that for a franchise spot.
Nah, nah. Yeah, I
Maybe put
think
in
he's
maybe
happy with just hit the smash and
maybe put in a
multiverse.
maybe put in a challengers team. But hey, and all that stuff. But it's for that stuff. But hey, it depends. It all depends and all that stuff.
Just
So yeah,
all depends.
Apex. Here's the thing. Here's the thing about Apex right now. Apex is at a point is at a low point right now. I feel, and it sucks and
Yeah,
everything. And it's like it's a low point where it's like it's kind of needed, but at the same time, it's just like, oh, bad time. It was a bad time to go at a low point right now, and everything. And well, I think it's only for the fact of while it's going down, Warzone 2 came out. Fortnite started a brand new chapter with a brand new map and all that stuff.
and added more anime, so more anime means more weebs to play,
Yes, exactly, and all
and
that stuff.
especially
And
the type
though,
of anime that they added. No, just kidding.
I mean, and though Warzone 2 is not, I guess you could say it's not at a point of where people thought it would be, and all that stuff due to the changes they made to that game and all that stuff. And though it looks like it's reverting back to what it was originally, um, it's still like that. It still has that high and all that stuff. Because I kid you not, uh, based off the 3 BRs, so Apex, Warzone, Fortnite, my top 3 was, I guess you could say, Apex, Fortnite, Warzone.
Yeah,
At those from the start of the year to now, where it's Fortnite, Warzone, Apex, and all that stuff. So it's literally it went from one to it literally dropped and all that stuff and
Fortnite
everything.
stayed the same because no,
Yeah, well, yeah. Fortnite, well,
no, no,
Fortnite
Fortnite went
is always consistent, and also at least for
yeah,
me, at least for me, and also it's always been consistent and all that stuff, and it always has those increases. It'll have those spikes in certain things and all that stuff. And then for Warzone, though, toward the tail end of Warzone 1, didn't keep me going as much as I mentioned. Like I do enjoy playing Warzone 2 because again with Warzone 2 in particular, again, as I like to state, Warzone 2 consists of the battle royale and DMZ, and though I don't the battle royale is nice. I like the map and everything. The changes I enjoy, but though like some of the stuff, if they do happen to bring back some of the older stuff, that is fine with me. But I do like playing DMZ and all that stuff and everything because it's just something to chill, run around, try to do something and all that stuff. And how I
Oh,
play
yeah.
on how I played at least for now, right now, and
And
all that
then
stuff.
I'm gonna also mention something very, very niche as well.
Mm.
You know, for those of this part of this community that plays Brawl Stars also went through a major update right now too, removing boxes completely from the game, which is crazy because that's the whole game was based off of. It was based off of
Loot
just
boxes.
opening boxes to unlocking new characters, items, and everything you need. And now they removed that completely, and they have a whole new progressional system. And I think I like that way better, just because it's just gonna be a way for you to, for sure, get brawlers, and also it's gonna be a way to have new players part of this community.
Mm.
So, that's something that I'm excited about.
Unless
Also, we also had our world finals too, but that was like that was like last month.
unless you're like Overwatch 2 players and over you're complaining about a battle having the battle pass system and having to pay actually have to pay for costumes and all that stuff and all that stuff. I found like dude like I had
See,
it,
the good thing about Brawl Stars is you don't get costumes from the you get actual characters,
but
PowerPoints, gold.
the thing was it's just like because like I haven't seen a single thing about the whole paying for the costumes and stuff issue thing until this past weekend. I finally find one. I finally get one because they had to spend like $24 to get to translate from when you translate it from Overwatch coins. You should pay $24 for I think it was like a I don't know if it was a purple or a legendary skin, but it was one of those two. And I'm just like, do people not understand how this works? How these kind of currencies work? And also,
Oh my
fun
gosh.
fun tidbit though. Speaking of Overwatch 2, if you haven't been playing this on Xbox in particularly, so there's like they're doing like a little thing. I don't know if it's a limited thing or it's permanent, but if you happen to have Microsoft reward points and you can get that by buying stuff in the store, doing like missions on Game Pass and everything like that, you can actually redeem those points to get Overwatch coins and all that stuff. So I recently just did it to get 400 coins and I just had to spend like $5 to get the battle pass for that game for the season battle pass. Mm.
It's the
So
way
yeah,
to do it.
it's the way to do it and all that stuff. And then this particularly if you're playing this on Xbox, I mean, of course, if you have it on multiple platforms, doing the whole crossplay, that'll translate over and everything, so you get there and all that stuff. But yeah, thought I mentioned that also, so because that's fun. That was fun to check out. That's fun. That was fun to see, interesting to check out,
Ooh.
and all that stuff. Um,
Wow, Ricky, Resident Evil 2 Deluxe Edition is only $12.50 on
Xbox.
right now on Xbox. Yeah,
I mean, I already have the game, so
so that just caught me off guard. I'm like, damn. I mean, I
all that
have
stuff.
it too, but I'm like, damn.
All that stuff. This is Arturo's once a month Resident Evil reminder and all that stuff. Um,
Naturally.
naturally. Uh,
Also, gotta remember Rainbow Six Extraction, Ricky. We had to go back and
it, it will be a year. It will literally be a year. I kid you not. What was it? I was going through some like old clips of stuff I had, and I literally found out. I literally saw like all of our extraction stuff. I saw like extraction clips I made. I mean I clipped, and I was like, damn, we haven't played this game in a long time. Yeah,
You want to? No, I don't want to go back to it.
I
I mean,
don't.
I,
I
I
haven't.
mean,
I literally haven't seen much like content wise
there's
on it
nothing on it.
and all that stuff. So it's just like I don't see the point of going back into it.
Yeah, I'm glad it was free on Game Pass.
I was glad. Yeah, let's be glad that we had it was on game. They added it on Game Pass because boy, that was that something. That would have been something. Speaking of Game Pass, though, just to bring it up and all stuff. So, I think this
I'm
was
like,
announced. This was announced before the last episode, but we didn't talk about it because I didn't think it was necessary. But I thought I'd just bring it up now, going into the new year. and all that stuff. So Microsoft announced that their first party titles will now be pricing at $70. So they'll now have the $10 increase like other games that has before during this new generation of consoles and all that stuff. And some people are upset about it, but at the same time, it's just like games
What
been
do you
seventy
expect?
dollars. Games have been $70 for the last 2 years and all that stuff. You've been able to get and all that stuff. So it's like don't complain now because these games, after 2 years in the console cycle, in this new console cycle, are finally raising their prices and all that stuff. But because you have to think of it this way though, in Microsoft's perspective, it was either raise the prices of their own games, raise the price of Game Pass, or raise the price of the console. It would have been one of those three options and all that stuff. The fact that it's the games is easier for the fact that one, most of those games are going to be on Game Pass anyway. The majority of those games are going to be on Game Pass anyways, and all that stuff. So you're already saving money there, and all that stuff. And nobody wants to wants to see a price increase on a console uh, during inflation right now.
And not only that, but like or in Game Pass in general, because then imagine paying more for
For
subscriptions, and
shits,
that would probably been like a
you
ten
don't.
dollar,
And then
$15 increase.
yeah, we've seen how streaming services for video stuff, movies and stuff, have recently done price increase. Disney Plus just recently got a price increase. I think Netflix went through another one again, like they always do, almost every 6 months. Um, for that, so it's just like I think the $70 thing is a no big deal in my opinion.
Buy an Xbox on your Xbox.
Oh yeah, you can buy hardware off the Xbox. Yeah.
It's funny because there's a Xbox Series X S right now, Ricky, for $239.99. It's a 4% off.
I mean that would be cool and all that stuff because that would be a nice deal to have if I wanted to get an Xbox Series S right now.
Yeah, it's just 4% off, guys. You know what that means? $10.
Yeah, $10, save you some money. Hey, the S is a valuable thing to have and all that stuff, and everything. In all honesty, and all that stuff. Is it a digital only? Yes, but look at it this way: get a few games you can have installed on your hard drive and all that stuff. Play those games. You have Game Pass, cloud gaming. You have good internet service. You can play some of those games on off the cloud and everything like that, and don't have to worry about memory space and all that stuff. So you're good there. Value, great value for 239, 249.
About yeah. No.
Also, well, no, Best Buy currently had it on sale for 239, but I think it was like a flash deal or something like that. And also, so hey, if you're looking to get an Xbox for Christmas and all that stuff, and you don't trip about and all that stuff and everything, you're good. It's good value. I wouldn't know, but and all that stuff because I have a Series X, but still.
Okay, yeah, rub it in.
All that stuff.
That's
Anyways, there's that. Where we at? This is gonna be a short episode. Okay.
yeah. I think that was everything.
I think that's pretty much everything. Nothing much really that's happening. I mean, it's the end of the year. Christmas is coming up and all that stuff.
You could get the Thrustmaster TCA Yoke Pack Boeing Edition off Xbox for $500.
Okay.
I wasn't expecting the Thrustmaster Easter either, but you know.
Okay. This has been the final episode of 2022 for the No Name Podcast. Thank you again for joining. If you don't know already, this is a bi-weekly podcast that happens on Wednesdays here
What's
on
the
YouTube,
Thrustmaster?
Spotify, Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and many other podcast services where available. If you haven't already, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. That way you get notifications of when these episodes go live and any other videos that we have posted. We do have plans for 2023 to post new content, such as like the podcast, sports show. The acts are becoming coming a brand new thing. Could be coming something
Wait,
frequently. And
it says this item's out of stock. What?
and a lot of and see relevant news coming from within the Xbox store itself. Anyways, my name's Ricky Arturo. We'll catch you in the new year. Peace.